All right, let's just jump right in. Think about this. Every single time you scroll through your phone, you're looking at a world that has been built piece by piece just for you. It's this constant stream of news, videos, updates, all of it perfectly tailored to what you like. But what if that world, the one designed to be so comfortable, is actually quietly shrinking your reality? And that really brings us to the core question we're tackling here. Is your feed a window that's showing you the huge, complex, messy world as it really is? Or has it slowly turned into a mirror, just reflecting your own beliefs, your own biases, and your own tastes right back at you again and again and again? So how in the world does this even happen? Well, that personalized mirror, it doesn't just show up by magic. Nope, it is actively built piece by piece with every single click you make. So let's pull back the curtain and look at how this echo chamber is actually constructed. First things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page with the terminology. An echo chamber is basically a digital bubble. It's an environment where these complex algorithms figure out what you like, what you believe, and then they just make sure you see more and more of that, effectively walling you off from different or challenging points of view. This all happens through what you can think of as a powerful feedback loop. It's a pretty simple process, really, just 4 steps. It all starts with you. You like, you share, you watch something, you even just pause on a video for a few seconds. Then step 2, the algorithm is tracking everything, every single interaction. From there, it uses all that data to build this incredibly detailed profile of you. And finally, it uses that profile to filter your reality, spoon-feeding you what it predicts you want and hiding what it thinks you don't. Now, here's the really crucial part. This whole system isn't just a technical thing, it's deeply psychological. The reason it works so ridiculously well is that it taps into a fundamental feature of our own brains, confirmation bias. It's human nature. We are all wired to seek out and prefer information that confirms what we already think is true. The algorithm just takes that natural tendency and puts it on steroids. Look, being surrounded by agreement feels good, doesn't it? It's comfortable. But that comfort, it isn't free. It comes with a really high and often totally hidden cost. So let's unpack the serious problems this cozy little bubble can create, not just for us, but for everyone. And maybe the biggest cost of all is the erosion of what you might call a shared fact base. In the past, for the most part, we could at least agree on a common set of facts, even if we argued like crazy about what to do about them. But in a world with millions of personalized realities, even that basic common ground is starting to vanish.
And this slide illustrates the consequence perfectly. We're shifting away from healthy disagreement, where we can debate interpretations, to something much more dangerous called affective polarization. It stops being about the issue and starts being about the other person. The argument morphs from, hey, I see the facts differently, to your facts are wrong and you are a bad person for believing them. The algorithm literally sorts us into tribes that start to see outsiders as not just wrong, but morally bankrupt.
And the impacts of this are just profound. The algorithm's constant need to keep you engaged can push you down these rabbit holes toward more and more extreme content. Our brains get lazy, our intellectual muscles start to atrophy because they're never challenged. We lose our ability to feel empathy for people with different lives. And eventually, you can hit a point of what's called epistemic closure, where any information from outside your bubble is just automatically rejected as fake or an attack. And make no mistake, this isn't some static problem. It's actually accelerating. Just look at what's been happening. In late 2025, we saw these huge leaps in personalization tech, followed by serious warnings from health professionals about the psychological effects. So the conversation happening right now, today, is shifting. It's becoming about how we can reclaim our cognitive sovereignty. Okay, that was the bad news. I know, it's a lot, but here's the good news. This is not some dystopian future that we are powerless to stop. We have agency here. So let's talk about the specific, concrete ways we can start taking back our own reality.
This right here is the most important thing to take away from all of this. Yes, these systems are powerful. They're designed by very smart people to be persuasive and sticky, but they are not your destiny. The ultimate control over what you consume, what you think, and what you believe, that still rests with you.
So what can you do, like right now? Here are 4 super practical strategies. Number 1, diversify your input. Go out of your way to follow sources that you know will challenge your views. 2, kill the autoplay feature. Make a conscious choice about what you watch next instead of just letting the algorithm decide for you. 3. Every once in a while, use incognito mode. See what the web looks like to a neutral observer. And finally, number 4, the 24-hour rule. If you see something that makes you furious, wait a day before you react or share it. That initial outrage often fades when the algorithmic echo dies down. Now, individual actions are absolutely critical, but we also need to be thinking about the bigger picture. We can demand more transparency from these tech platforms about how their algorithms actually work. We can advocate for what's called ethical design, pushing for algorithms that are built to promote new and diverse ideas, not just engagement. And maybe most importantly, we can choose to prioritize messy, unpredictable, real-world human connection over the smooth, easy convenience of a perfectly curated feed. Which brings us to this final, really powerful idea, captured perfectly in this quote. These systems, they try to define you by your past. They want to turn you into a predictable pattern, a consumer brand they can sell to. But that's not what a human being is. You are a process. You're constantly growing, changing, evolving. You are a becoming. So, the final question really isn't about what the algorithm wants you to be. It's about your own choice, your own agency, and your own future. In a world that is actively designed to keep you exactly the same, who will you choose to become?